I'm so excited about this video because you're gonna see me like in my element. This is what I love to do more than anything in the world. So a little bit of backstory. I've had the flu for 2 weeks, so as soon as the muscle pains eased from the chest pains and I could actually like walk around, I felt like the most unproductive slob ever. So I decided to go and make some art, and then just got the bug again. So when I was younger, I just loved art. It's probably like my favorite thing in the world, and the one thing which I just come alive when I do. And art is super subjective. It's super just like, yeah. I mean, I'll show you what I mean. So at 1 AM last night, I made this guy, and he is beautiful. He's currently drying, so I haven't put any varnish over this yet because I just don't want to ruin it. I just want to wait until it's all nice and fixed. And I really love the flow of this. Everything is absolutely beautiful. So today we're going to be creating a piece similar to this. In the last 3 days, I've been practicing various techniques because, yeah, it's been a while since I've done art, and also I am doing a very different style than I used to when I was like 17, 18, 19, like every day, and then I stopped, and now that I'm doing it again, it's like time goes on fast forward. Like I absolutely love it. It's just the best feeling in the world, and it makes me come alive, and I just, yeah. So I've got like a lot of things that I've got to show you, but it'll be interesting as well to see if you guys like paint with me videos. This is gonna be such a chill, like grab a cup of tea when we actually blow out and flow the painting. It'll be gorgeous. So what I've done the last 3 days, I've gone out, I've got heaps of canvases, I've gone to like Hobbycraft and art stores and just been getting stuff and seeing what technique works the best. I've been trying different techniques for everything. The technique I'm going to do on camera today is one that I love and I actually used to create this guy. It's really fun, like so fun. I just can't wait till this is glossy and varnished. So this was just a bit of a mess and it helped me to see what I did and didn't like. So I didn't like how dry and flat that's become. With this one, I again saw stuff like, you see how that's just like blended into like a really horrible mess, and it's really bumpy and all that. So it's really good to just get like a bunch of canvases and just go ham and go for it, because it's taken me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I threw out 2, so like 7 canvases until I finally was like, this is my technique, this is my style, which was this guy last night. So we're gonna do this together. I also just want to say before I jump into it that thank you so much for being so lovely and supportive. Honestly, yeah, sharing this on my Instagram has been the most fun in the world, and there is nothing that makes time go fast or makes me feel more calm and happy than painting. So if this is something that my channel can either like transform into, or I can share more, or I can do more, or even when I feel confident enough, like sell things or just do heaps of this kind of flowing painting video, I would be the happiest and most blessed woman in the world, because this is what my favorite thing in the world is. So I think we should just jump into it and start mixing our materials. I feel like for today, I really want to go and use this pink. So this pink pigment that I got is gorgeous. It's like an unwritten rule for me. I have to listen to music when I'm doing this. Like there's no way I can do this in silence, but you know, copyright and that. I'm just gonna move these guys out of the way now that they're mostly dry, just so they're not in the way. So when it comes to my setup, I always have a little measuring jug full of water. Then I have my knife, which I use to spread around the white on the canvas, which you'll see in a minute. In terms of paints, this neon one is gorgeous. So I got my paints from either Hobbycraft or Cass Art. Liquitex Pouring Medium. I've only just been using this since yesterday. The other ones that I showed you, I didn't use. So these 3, I used them in. But the ones that I showed you, which I didn't like on the coffee table, were without, and I do think this is pretty good. This gets very messy, so as you can see, I have popped some gloves on. It makes such a difference when it comes to the art.
Then I have just not three, can I even count? I've got 5 plastic cups. I'll use this to mix my colors in. And then I put down some red cups because there's lots of drips and it just works better if there's something for it to sit on. And then on my table itself, I just have this party tablecloth, which I got from Hobbycraft. I've just reused these cups for every single one and it's completely fine. Then I have some lollipop sticks, which I got from Amazon. These are just to mix all the colors together. We have the canvases. So this massive one here I will do eventually, but today we're gonna work on this size. It is a 60 by 40 canvas. I've just mixed up my colors. We have got this gorgeous yellow. Then I have just like a primary red. Then we have purple, which I did mixing a primary red and blue. There's still a bit of red on that stick that I need to blend in. And then we have the fluorescent pink as well. All right, so firstly, I have just mixed up some white. So this white is like, kind of like the consistency of honey, I'd say. I could probably put a teeny bit more water in this, but you seriously want like the smallest amount of water in this. Otherwise, if it's too runny, as I've learned from trial and error, it just will not work at all. So I'm gonna start by pouring this white over my whole canvas. Probably been a bit more watery. But yeah, like I said, I'm so excited, you know, in the future to come back to this and compare like my technique, because this is me just having fun doing it again and just being out of the game for a bit. So through trial and error, I'm gonna keep creating my own style, and that's what I love about art. Like, you're constantly improving. And some of you know if you're following my Instagram, and if you're not, I would love you to follow my Instagram. I'm doing an art course. I'm like 4 or 5 weeks into it. It's like half a year course. So I've been doing that. I've just been like diving into art as much as I can because I love it and I missed it. So this is not quite wet enough for me. I'm just gonna mix up some more watery white so that it will just spread, because it's like a little dry. I'm just gonna pour more of this on. Actually, before I do, it's not mixed enough. See, this is the things like trial and error, like when the paint's lumpy, it's just so annoying when it dries, it gets super thick. Okay. Grab my knife and then that's better, that's gliding on way better now. All right, it is time for the fun part. We're gonna mix the colors together. I just need to figure out my sequence. I think I might start with, I might start with the red, which needs more water. It's way too thick, hold on. So what I'm doing is acrylic pouring or Dutch pouring. So it's just the paint and I'm using a hairdryer. You can use a blowtorch as well. I have ordered one which is in the mail as we speak. So I'm looking forward to getting that and seeing what I can do with it. So I'm just gonna move this guy all the way up to the end. Like that. Next up, I will take the yellow. Let's give it a bit of a mix first. And I'm gonna put the yellow with more water as well. Then I'm gonna take the pink and do the same. I might do this a bit more like a swirl. See if it makes any difference. push in the other direction, I think. And do a little bit less. Okay. Now I'm going to take the white, and with my white, I'm going to pop this around the edge. And a little bit inside. Cool. Right, so this is what we're starting with. Now, we get the hairdryer. I got this from Boots, thank God, for like £12, just like a standard hairdryer. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna push the white in first, let it sit, and then push the colors out. If I could plug it in, that would be a great start. Oh, that's not my wood. Right, so I'm just gonna wait a second before blowing it all out, because this way you can get little cells popping up. So before we blow it out, I just like to see what direction it's feeling and if there's any colors which are a little bit more dominant than anything else, which will help me kind of figure out which way I'm gonna blow it. Now for the fun part. So I made this a little bit dry. If it's wetter, obviously it will spread more. And what I'm gonna do is just blow any bits that I want to blow out. This is where my hair normally gets paint all over it, so this is the bit you gotta be careful about. So I'm just gonna blow out anything which I feel like needs a bit more shape. So the main thing that I've learned from this mix is it needed more water, but it's all right because I'm just like not gonna, you know, harass it too much. I'm just gonna leave it be. With these two bits here, this yellow has come up because it's too thick and it's too dry, but I am loving how the colors are sort of like just flowing. I do want to put a little bit more here in this corner. All right, so as I'm looking at it, I really don't like what we just did. So we're gonna correct it. First of all, I'm just gonna get rid of these two yellow bits with my knife because it's just too thick and I just really don't like it. I'm gonna scrape it off. Then, I think it's just because I didn't move it and I didn't use the hairdryer, so I'm just gonna turn it around. Right, so we've got lots of red, yellow in this section. So I'm just gonna mix up a little bit more. All right, round two. Let's start that bit again. So I'm just gonna put some red, yellow. And same thing again with the white. I friggin' love that. I'm so glad that I did that. Wow, oh my God. Before I blow on it, I need to show you guys these colors like close up. They are so gorgeous. These colors are just insane. And like, there's a lot of little cells coming up. It kind of looks a bit like fire. Reminds me a bit like a cave or something. It's really cool. These flowed like so much better, but I'm just gonna push a few of them out. I love that, wow. Let's push this out. so much happier with that. Yes. Right, I'm now just gonna cover up these bits, pop some white over them. All right, so I will have to go back in when it's a little bit more dry and just make sure there's no yellow here. There's also little specks of something. I think it was my hair that got in the paint and then it went around. I'll show you a close-up of everything. The colors are so beautiful. I love that down here I feel like a lot of fire elements, and then there is more like a soft fire, like more, it goes from like that deep purple to then this red into the yellow, and then it goes really soft and really nice, and then ends up almost like watery. I think it's so nice, and I love the shape. If you add more water, it will spread out more, similar to the one that I did yesterday. And just from my eye level, here's what you see. Yeah, it looks so cool. The only thing with acrylics is obviously when they dry, they can become more dull. However, I have found the one from yesterday is still looking gorgeous. I think it actually might dry a lot nicer because it's more flat than say like, this is super thick. This one is nice and flat because I haven't tampered with it as much as I did the other ones. But I am really loving this. It's really cool. Part of me wishes I added more water to spread it, but I actually just kind of like it the way it is as well. I guess I have a more spread out one there. So if you want to be crafty this weekend and do this yourself, and you want it to be more spread, then use more water. But I absolutely love it. I love it so much. And now it's definitely time for me to wash myself. And the thing is, I haven't cleared up my space. I've kept it as it is because I just like doing this. Oh God, there's literally so much paint on the floor. Thank God for rugs. Oh my God. So thank you guys so much for watching. This is like my favorite thing in the entire world. And I would love to do more videos like this, so let me know. I think he's so pretty. So pretty. All right, thank you guys so much for watching and chilling with me while we paint. I will see you next time. And yeah, let me know if you enjoyed it. Bye.